JoshieBear plays Minecraft.
What is going on, everyone? It's JoshieBear. We are playing the Minecraft. I was like, what? What? So welcome to this 12th episode of the Let's Play series. And it's not going to be a big project today, although what we're going to do is, it's a lot of work, but it's not necessarily like iron farm or anything like that. No, we're going to do some beautification around the area. And when I say around the area, I really mean our farming area. Now, we have farms. We've got an iron farm there. But this is really our farming area. Like everything that you would grow and harvest, we pretty much have over here. And I would like to get the area looking a little bit better, especially around this, because we're really not going to be touching this much anymore at this point, and we can start to put some details in. No really plans for expansion, but we can make it a little more finished. And also part of that goal is to get rid of the torch spam that we have. Now, we don't get any spawns over here. But it just looks ugly. And now that we have the mighty moss blocks, and we also have the moss carpet, there it is, moss carpet. We can kind of mix in a little bit of this moss into the grass and make it look a little more, detailed. Give it a little bit of variation. And also, we can hide lights under these carpets and it look somewhat natural, other than like a green carpet or a leaf block or something. So that's really what we're going to be working on today. I went and harvested a bunch of moss so that way I could do that. But the first thing we've got to do is we got to figure out what exactly we're going to do as far as the ground in this area goes. So what do I mean by what we're going to do with the ground? Well, yes, we're going to sprinkle in some moss and stuff and put in some lights and whatnot to get rid of the torches and keep the area lit up. But I'm really talking about some kind of pathway, something in the world that tells you, okay, this is typically where people walk. This is the area that I want you to walk in. And it's really going to stretch out over to that part of the land here, but I don't want to go that far yet, because I do want to make sure that we don't put a path in and then have to tear it all down because we change our design somewhere or we move something into where that path is. So I think we can start to take it over that way, and then leave it unfinished for now and connect it up once we have that area a little bit more planned. With that being said, this side of the land, we can plan as if we're in the future and not in the present. So like things like the sugarcane that's growing here, we can pretty much get rid of that because I know that we're going to have ourselves a sugarcane farm over here eventually. And our path doesn't have to account for this, although we might want to remove some of this sand and get some grass blocks in there instead. So that way we can create a path. I'll probably need to get some wood. I'd like to maybe put a dock in here because I really like the idea of boat travel around here. It just makes sense for right now. Once we get to the end and get elytra, then we'll probably fly over everywhere. But let's build ourselves some functional things for our transportation methods, I guess. All right. So when I think about the pathway, I know that this here will be. This is typically an area that I stop off, so our path will likely want to connect up to here in this area a little bit. But I think with our cow, sheep, and chicken farm over here, or our cow, wool, and egg farm over here, it makes sense to kind of cut this back a little bit and create ourselves a little bit of a pathway here. So that way there's a natural flow to us stopping here, coming down the path. We'll walk around the front of this and then get into our villager trading area. I might even extend that path around here and have it go over to this part over here. Because again, this is another natural, it's like a natural cove here that we use for our boat. We have a random boat here. So let's start there. I think what I'll do is I will start at the animal farm. We will cut away some of that hill to give us room for a path, and we'll bring it around here to see where it feels right. I don't think we have to be perfect here when it comes to that, but we can at least start to flesh it out. After we get the path in place, when we'll just use path blocks, then we can start to pepper in some other block variants to kind of give it a little character. And I think that's how we'll approach it. So I'm going to get started. I think we'll put on a little bit of time-lapse and some time-lapse music, and we'll see how far we can get. And just like that, we have ourselves a little bit of beautification. I really like how this pathway turned out. It's not anything super complicated. It actually has a nice natural flow regarding where I typically go. I did add the path to go around to that side over there. I don't normally go over there. I do have a chest that I can drop off like carrots and potatoes if I want to go into the storage system down there. But I thought, it makes sense to have a path there and to have that pathway going back there toward the village. So I went ahead and added it in. I did cut it short of this water feature here. I'm not sure where I'm going to take that part of the path, but I also wanted to make sure that the inside here stayed as free of path as possible, because I think we can do some other things inside here. Decorative. I don't think I want to put anything else in here, although I do want to get a bee farm going. But we'll figure that out later. I just figured I'd give you a little bit of an update, a little bit of a bird's eye view of what's going on. Hey, piece of dirt. And I know what I've done isn't anything really innovative. The only innovation here is the use of the moss block inside with the grass blocks, which is what everybody's doing right now. And there's a good reason, because it looks really good. I think we can spread out a little bit more around here to make it a little bit more natural. But again, I didn't want to get too carried away, because I know that we're going to be doing some more construction over on this side. And we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out, but I'll definitely be doing some more of that in there. Let's get off of here real quick. Did I get all my scaffold? Yeah, I did. But I want to make sure that we also keep in mind that we're trying to get rid of this torch spam. So underneath some of these moss carpets, I actually have shroom light, which I had to make my own little manual nether tree farm over there. You probably saw the pads that I was using in the background there. But yeah, I was able to get some of that. I added some of these fences here. Yes, there are 2 different wood type fences. I'm okay with that. I think that adds to the character a little bit, and it makes it a little more interesting to look at. So I think next step is to add a few more different block variations into this path, but I think we're going to move on from that from now. I have charted my path long enough, and I still don't know what I want to do up here. I'm just not feeling very inspired about a field of wheat. Just not. So we find ourselves back at the iron farm, if I can hit the right keys here. Because we don't really need to do any work here inside the storage area, but one thing that I have wanted to do but kind of put off because I wanted to get to some other projects is a good way to get up this hill, actually get up to the farm area. Yeah, I can jump on blocks, but I really would like to have a little bit better way up and down here, just in case I want to do a little bit more with the area. So that's what we're going to take care of next. Don't have a major plan at this point. What's in this chest over here? What else do I have to work with? Got a few stairs. Got some slabs. I do have some planks in here that I can work with. You know what? All right, I think I'm good. Let's see what we can do about a stairway. So sometimes it can be really hard to judge what something is looking like when you're in the middle of it and it kind of traverses around the landscape and it's bigger than just the building itself. So you got to step back, and you might have noticed in that footage, like I would come over here in my boat, take a look, go, okay, yeah, that looks fine, and then go and do some more. But really stepping back and looking at what we've got here. I'm pretty happy with the results here. The staircase isn't anything super complicated. I wanted to make sure that it was as low impact to the area as possible, and I think I've accomplished that. I think it looks pretty good. Again, torch spam is going to be the bane of my existence here. Because good ways of lighting things, it can be difficult at times, but I'll have to go get some more shroom lights and put up some more lanterns here along the stairway. But I tried to hide some of these torches, back in the corners, so that way there wasn't so many torches visible. But we'll get that eventually. But I really like how this turned out, and I think it's a really nice I guess period on this project. All right, so I've taken just a little bit more time to add a little extra detail to the path. We got the tuft and some cobblestone mixed in here. I think I need to add in a little bit more over here. I definitely need to take it out that way as well. I don't know. We'll probably add a little bit there too, but just wanted to see what it was going to look like, and I think that is the little bit extra that it needed. We might consider some other blocks to throw in there. I did mention terracotta, I think, earlier. If not, I was thinking it because that might also work in there as well. But the other thing I wanted to add in was a more I guess a little bit better entrance to our villager trading area. And yeah, I like how simple it is, and then I like how it just fits in with the rest of the build that we're doing. We mixed in the dark oak on this doorway, a stairway to go along with what we've been using down here as far as the wood types go. So yeah, I think it blends in pretty well. I think it fits into the area, and yeah, I feel like we've done. So I feel like we've done nothing, but I feel like we've done a lot to make our world a little bit more inviting, a little bit better to look at, and a lot less flat. So there's still a lot of work to do, and I think I'll probably jump on that, maybe every few episodes, and probably do a lot of that behind the scenes as well. But yeah, it always feels nice to have things looking good. But that is all that we have time for in this episode. I've enjoyed the work that we've put in today. In the next episode, though, it's time for us to start on a project that I mentioned in the last episode, because I would really like to get some more villagers in here. I would like to be able to get a lot more villager trading going, so that way we can start to advance here a little bit. I'm getting a little more antsy than I. Wow, there's a drown there. A little bit more antsy in moving forward than I thought I would, but that's okay. I want to come down here, just kind of remind you of what we are working on down here, and that is a cave spider string and spider eye farm. I do want to get into that here in the next episode or two. Also need to start planning my my tree farm and my bamboo and sugarcane farms. So we'll probably focus a lot on that over the next few episodes, and then maybe even get some what do you call it? Get some action in the Nether, because I do want to start to clear out some of the Nether fortress that I have actually very close to us, and start to plan out maybe a blaze farm, maybe also get us a temporary wither skeleton farm, so that way we get some wither skeleton skulls. I would really like to get a beacon before we get started on our slime farm, which has got to come here real soon. But hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like. Also hit that subscribe button. Leave your comments, your questions, your concerns. I enjoy them all. Well, maybe not so much the concerns, but you can still leave them. That's okay. And that's it for me. I'm JoshieBear. I'm out of here. This place looks so good now. I'll see you later.